Well, I just kind of wanted to know just where everyone is on processing Tyre Nichols' murder. It's a lot.
I heard Marjorie Taylor Greene say it's not a race thing because all 5 police officers were Black. And I want to dismiss that, to say that it is the institution of policing, in that you have this institution that makes these things okay. So even though you are Black inside of the institution, Freddie Gray, remember there were like 2 Black officers for that. I think one of the officers for George Floyd, he was Black too. So it's the institution. It is how they bring people up into this policing in terms of what lives matter and which ones don't. So that's where I come to from this, to say, yeah, we can talk about race, and diversity is really important, but it is required, as I had heard someone say, but it is not the solution. The solution is revamping and understanding the institution in which all of this exists.
Memphis is most definitely a topic for a conversation, very different than Nashville. Basically, Memphis is Mississippi, so just keep that in mind. Like historically, going back to the history, the plantation mentality in Memphis is alive and well. So think of the police officers as Black overseers, honestly. But one of my big issues that I had with this, I was so adamant that they should not release the tape. I was like, I don't understand why we are doing this, because what are we going to learn? We saw the one picture. I was devastated when they saw the picture in the hospital. But this starts being pornographic, voyeuristic. What are you doing? It is the demonstration of the demolishment of Black bodies consistently. If it was a white woman, I'm telling you, they would not have shown. Oh, it's too graphic. It's too graphic for work. It's too graphic to show. If you're going to show it for evidence sake, that's fine. What was the purpose? Except it desensitizes us. It's like, oh, it's another beating. It's another killing of a Black man that I'm seeing in public. What did that help? What did that do to move the narrative forward? What did that do to solve the case? It didn't do anything except, again, structure another narrative of showing another Black man being killed by another police officer. Like, that's all it did.
Did anybody watch the video?
I did not.
Okay, I didn't watch it either. And I posted this in YouCantBeatBlue on the Facebook group. I was sort of torn. On the one hand, I absolutely knew I did not want to see it. On the other hand, I thought, is this something that is going to inform me going forward? Is this something that I need to see to really understand that this is going on? And we had a conversation, I think Mary and I off book a few months ago, when we were talking about school shootings and whether or not that footage should be released of children. Do we need to confront this shit? I mean, are we not confronting it when we don't really see it?
So I think that the picture in the hospital was, to me, an Emmitt Till moment. When she made the decision to say, no, I want the world to see what has happened. Yes. And so those are the times when consciousness gets raised. And I think that for the stuff that happens with children in school shootings, that I don't know what it should look like, but I do think that people cover themselves by not being able to see what the impact is and what it looks like. Honestly, we have pictures of Republicans with their Christmas photos, and they've got their little tiny 6-year-olds holding AR-15s.
Let's go.
That's a problem. And I think we should talk about that every single day, because that's a moment that I want them to see when we hear about the 6-year-old who took a gun to school and shot his teacher.
It's just so heartbreaking that in 2023,
Let's go.
this is still where we are. I just don't know. It's so discouraging.
The best thing we can do is to not allow that repetition to numb us out of fighting for what we know is a better standard that we can achieve together as human beings. These cops somehow felt protected enough to just butcher this person. These are bad people who have disguised themselves as good people by becoming policemen. So now they're bad people with guns. And something's not right with these individuals becoming not only police officers, but part of this force that's going into places where crime is supposedly more rampant, the Scorpion Unit. You know, this should be the cream of the crop. And what it was a bunch of murderous thugs.